Hello and welcome to Real Talk with Mrs. Fam. Good afternoon to you. Happy Sunday. How are you? Wherever you're listening from, I just want to welcome you. A warm welcome to you today. If you're a frequent listener or if you're just joining us for the first time, I just want to say thank you and happy Sunday. And I just want to encourage you to share this with your friends, with your family, so we can all build this platform, this community, this family, like I always call it. This is a family platform. Happy Sunday to you. So today on Real Talk with Mrs. Fam, we're going to be talking about active listening. Active listening. That is strengthening bonds by truly listening to each other. One, I just want to welcome you once again. So keep your calls, your texts, your voice notes coming in. But before I go into this topic, I just want to ask our listeners, have you ever felt not listened to? You know, when you're talking to somebody, you just feel this person is actually not listening to me. You know, maybe they're doing something else, maybe they're on their phone, maybe they're watching the TV whilst you're talking to them, maybe they're just doing something. You just feel, you really can't feel that connection. So today I am going to put this out to say, have you ever felt ignored or you feel you've not been truly heard? So that's the first thing I want you to do. You know, I want people to engage with me on that, with that question. Number two, active listening. So we listen with our eyes, we listen with our eyes, with our minds, with our hearts, and our ears. So listening is not just something, it is a skill. Listening is actually a skill. That's what I want people to take from today's topic, that listening is actually a skill. What do we mean by listening as a skill? It truly matters that when you talk to people that you feel that you're connecting, that they are listening to you. It builds trust, it reduces conflict. In fact, it strengthens relationship. That's what listening does. What again do we need when people? We need people not to interact. Talking to people, sometimes you just don't want that interruption. You don't want people to rush to reply you. People need to learn to listen because it's a skill. We're going to get to the point, during today's conversation, and we will talk about people who don't know how to listen. And a lot of today's discussion will be around not judging anyone. Like I always say, we don't judge anyone. There's no labeling here. It's just to encourage and enlighten people and educate people around how to listen and the benefits of listening. So if you want to show that you're listening to somebody, you can actually make eye contact. You can ask open questions. You can repeat back what you've heard. If truly you're listening, you would keep eye contact. You would repeat what the person has said, just so the person knows that you're listening, and you will not interrupt. If you have to interrupt, you would let the person finish whatever they're saying before you say, excuse me, can I interrupt you there for a sec? So the person actually knows that you're listening. So I've got some couple of text messages. I am going to read some now. So this is this is Kemi from South Africa. Good morning, Mrs. Pham. Good afternoon. We're in the afternoon now in the UK. So good afternoon, Kemi from South Africa. My opinion about today's topic is, I believe that active listening is one of the greatest ways to strengthen any relationship. We should truly listen, not just to reply. I like that. We should truly listen, not just to reply, but to understand what someone is saying by doing what will make people feel valued. That will make people feel valued, respected, and loved. Sometimes being heard is more powerful than being given advice. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kemi, all the way from South Africa. I'm going on to the next message. So, good morning, Mrs. Pham. This is Zama all the way from South Africa. Hello, shout out to Zama all the way from South Africa. Thank you for coming on the program with your text message. We really appreciate this. You said, my thoughts on today's episode is that many relationships don't end because people stop talking, but they struggle because people stop listening. Oh, I'm going to take that again. This is really interesting. So, my thought on today's topic is many relationships don't end because people stop talking, but they struggle because people stop listening. Understanding begins when we choose to truly listen to each other. Oh, thank you, Zama from South Africa. I am going to take the next message. Good afternoon. This is Amanda from South Africa. Thank you, Amanda. Shout out to you. Happy Sunday. So, my take on this topic is that strengthening bonds by truly hearing each other means giving someone your full attention without interrupting. I like that. My take on this topic is that strengthening bonds by truly listening to each other means giving someone your full attention by truly, without interrupting, judging or rushing to fix things. When we really listen, people feel valued and safe, and that's what makes trust grow. It's not about having the perfect words, it's about that I see you, I get you. The more we hear each other, the closer we become. Thank you, Mrs. Pham. Amanda all the way from South Africa, thank you so much. Now we have another message. Good morning. I am Ayomide Henry, and I would like to send in my thoughts about today's topic. Active listening, strengthening bonds by truly hearing each other, and my question afterwards. That's fine. Okay. Active listening is more than just hearing what someone says. It's about paying attention, trying to understand their feelings, and making them feel safe enough to express themselves. In a relationship or marriage, feeling heard can be just as important as feeling loved. Interesting. When we listen with patience instead of rushing to respond, we build trust, reduce misunderstandings, and strengthen our connection with each other. Active listening is one of the strongest foundations of a healthy relationship. It goes beyond simply hearing words. It means giving your partner your full attention, seeking to understand their feelings without interrupting, judging, or preparing your response whilst they are speaking. That's powerful. When people feel heard, they feel valued, they feel respected, and emotionally safe. Active listening strengthens trust, reduces misunderstanding, and helps couples navigate conflict with greater empathy. Sometimes, the most meaningful way to show love is not by having the perfect answer, but by making your partner feel truly heard and understood. So, questions now. This is from Ayomide Henry. What are the little things I do that make you feel most loved and appreciated? What are some of new traditions we can start as we move forward in our marriage? What do you think keeps us together during difficult times? Do you feel I really know the real you or just the version you think I want? What is one way we can continue to grow together, both as individuals and as partners? What is one thing I do that makes you feel truly heard and seen? When you're trying to express something important, what can I do to make you feel more understood? Thank you so much, Ayomide, for sharing that. I actually agree with you. These are some of the questions that we need to ask each other. And answer these questions, you're giving the partner or your colleague or your friend or your neighbor or your child or your, somebody that's close to you, that opportunity to talk. Then you listen. And when you listen, that's where the communication begins, because that's where the person feel that they're being listened to, and that trust is going to be built. Thank you so much, Ayomide Henry. Now we're going on to the next question. To the next text message. Do we have another one? Good afternoon, Mrs. Pham. Okay, yes. Good afternoon, Mrs. Pham. This is Olatunji. Hello, Olatunji. Shout out to you. Thanks for being part of this program all the time. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Mrs. Pham. This topic hit home. Okay. For Nigeria here, stress makes everybody ready to talk or shout, but nobody actually listens to understand. When your partner or child speaks, you are already calculating your reply in your head instead of hearing. That's powerful. When your partner or your child speaks, you are already calculating your reply in your head instead of hearing their heart. We need to calm down, drop our ego, and truly listen if we want peace in our homes. God bless you for this. Thank you. God bless you too, Olatunji. Thank you. Now I'm going on to the next message. Do we have we have another one there. Okay. Hello, Mrs. Pham. This is from John. Hi, Mrs. Pham. Loving the show. Thank you, John. We are glad that you're loving it. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Living in the UK, life moves so fast and work takes so much out of us that when we get home, we're just on autopilot. You think you're listening to your family, but your mind is still on bills or tomorrow's shift. Oh, that's very funny now. Active listening makes intentional effort out there, giving full presence, not just physical presence. Thank you for this reminder today. You're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. So this is the time for you to call in, because I want people to call in. I want to hear your experience of when you've not been heard, or when you feel somebody's just cutting you off and you actually feel ignored, and from there it leads to a lot of things. People start having misunderstanding, people start having unnecessary arguments, people start not trusting. Why would I go to somebody who won't listen to me? Before I say one, this person has said 100. This person already knows what I want to say. Like sometimes, I don't know if it's happened to you before, but this is something that has happened to me. Sometimes you call, for example, a customer service, and like an helpline, and then you're like, I'm ringing today because of this, and this person on the other phone that's supposed to help you would not even give you that opportunity, and they will be like, oh, have you done this, have you done that? Listen, I am the one that's calling. Give me that opportunity to say why I'm calling. You don't even know, even though you're a professional, but you don't know everything. You don't know why I've called you. So I think I've experienced that with like from customer service, and it wasn't it wasn't really a good experience for me. I don't know if something like that has happened to you. Other things will be like between partners. You just come back from work, and then you're like, oh, this is what's happened to me today, and it's so overwhelming, and I think I need some advice. And your partner is on the just watching football. I'm like, it's nothing, but I can hear you. That means I can listen with my ears. Yes, but you're not. I can't see the connection. Some people like, I can see you. I know you're talking, but if that person doesn't feel that connection, that means they'll be shut down. They would not have that confidence to come to you for support next time. It can be your friend, just trying to express how happy they are, or how, whatever that has happened. But when you don't have that, when they don't see that platform, when they don't see that person as being approachable, they kind of not wanting to come back to you next time. And, a lot of things happen when we don't trust people to go to them. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I know you're still here with me. This family is growing, and it's all because of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So we have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Brown.
Happy Sunday to you.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend. So, what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Daria. I'm calling from Lagos.
Hello, Dari. Nice to have you on the program. You're one of our regulars. Thank you for coming back. So, what's your take about today's topic?
Yeah, really. This morning I had an experience actually.
You
When I
did?
saw a woman with a daughter about 7 years old thereabout. I think the daughter was correcting her mother on something which I didn't hear distinctly.
Mm,
But the mother was saying, "Walk fast. You want to correct me." So I took a pause from walking. I looked at them, then I walked on again.
mm,
But in mind, I felt like this is not supposed to be because the woman felt like she could not be corrected by her child, even if the child is small.
mm,
But that is only going to stop that child from talking to that mother. If
mm,
she says something new, something else, she will know her mother is not ready to listen to her.
mm.
So I feel like that is not just right. So that's one of the things I want to talk about.
From what I understand, like from what you just said, okay, so a child is trying to say something and she just gets snapped, like, Shofema correct him. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't correct me, I'm
Exactly.
your mom.
Mhm.
So that
But the
means
mother didn't even want to listen.
didn't want to even listen. So that means that child has not been given that opportunity. And do you know what that does? It breaks trust.
Yeah, right.
Because next time, what would happen to that child? They will not be
They won't
confident
talk.
enough to talk to their
Mm.
mothers or their fathers or their brothers or sisters or somebody around them, because they think, even if I say it, I will get snapped. So I feel this is part of listening skills. People don't really need to be interrupted. They have to show active listening. So Mr. Dari from Nigeria, I want to ask you, apart from this thing that you saw happen this morning, has there been another period in your life where you feel that you talk to people, instead of listening, they... Hello, caller, are you there? I think we lost him.
Those situations, but
Oh,
I
sorry, you're
rather
still there. Hello, Dari from Nigeria, are you there? Okay, if I think we lost that, please try to call us back. So I think from what we were just saying... Oh, you're back. Okay.
yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I thought we lost you. So yes, please go on. I think we lost that call. That's fine. So like I was saying, we don't want to interrupt people. We want to make eye contact. We want to ask open questions. We want to repeat what people have said. And this is for couples who, instead of listening, they defend. Like, am I not listening to you? What else do you want me to do? You said the same thing yesterday. That active listening, we find that is not existing. So I think our caller is... Hello, caller. I think we lost that. Okay. So I'm just going to carry on. Please keep trying. Keep trying. Honestly, I really want to listen. I really want to listen to your I really honestly want to listen to what you want to say, but we're having technical issues, but please keep trying. I hope it will get through this time. So, parents dismissing feelings, especially with teenagers. you know, they want to say a lot to their parents, to people around it, but they feel they get dismissed. People get shunned off. What do you have to say? What do you know? You know, people, they feel like people are not present enough in what they want to say, and this is not leading by example, if I must say, because there's a lot of decisions that people want to make, but because hello caller, hello caller.
Yeah, hello, Mrs. Pam.
Oh, thank you. That's Dari from Nigeria. Thank you for ringing back. Sorry, it's just some internet issues. So yeah, go on.
Okay, so I said I wanted to talk about myself
Okay.
rather than being in situations where people didn't listen.
Mm.
So for me, I used to um, not wait for people to finish what they wanted to say, like cutting them off, like having like a defense mechanism set or have a response ready before they even finish what they were saying. Then I figured that was not even right, because when I experienced it, it was not a good experience from
Okay.
having others doing the same thing to me.
Mm.
So I just sat down and thought of listening to people more, which is doing something like waiting for the person to finish whatever they're saying, taking a pause to think of my response.
Okay.
But while they are talking, I can say some things like, okay, yes, I am listening. Yes, I can hear you.
Mm.
Okay, yes, go on. So for them to know I am listening.
Mm.
But instead of just cutting them off abruptly
Mm.
and not letting them finish their statements, for me to really get the point
Mm.
of what they are saying, I had to. It takes a lot of self-control, because you might be in
Self-control.
front of,
Mm.
you might be talking to people who are saying a lot of, I don't know, saying a lot of what is not right,
Mm.
but you still don't have to cut them off. You still have to listen to them.
Mm.
So if it takes you correcting them or hearing your own opinion about what they have said, it
So
is
do
up
you
to them
agree
to
that
take
it
it
is a
or not.
skill?
Exactly, it is a skill. It is a very good skill we need to master.
And do you think that strengthens relationships?
Yes, 100%. It does. Because if we don't listen to each other in a relationship, we will not understand ourselves.
Even apart from relationship, like like a husband and wife or family, even at work, when somebody is, maybe someone is, giving a presentation, or somebody is, saying something, some people cannot just be quiet to listen. And when you don't listen, how do you learn? If you don't listen, how do you learn? You only listen, you only learn by listening. You can either agree
Mm.
or disagree, but then, like you rightly said, you need to first listen. Even though you want
Yes,
to,
you're right.
yeah, go on, please.
I think that's where pride comes in,
Mm.
because no matter the relationship, work, uh, friendship, uh, family, whatever the relationship is, pride might set in. You
Pride.
might feel like, okay, I'm older than you. You should let me talk. Or I am your boss. Why are you not listening to me? Let me talk. So
So is this
pride
culture as
can be a
well?
determining factor,
Society, is this something that we need to change our mindset? Give people the opportunity to talk,
especially in Africa. You can't,
especially in Africa.
in fact, when an elderly person is speaking, you might not even be able to look at their face to understand their body language. So they'll
So
tell you
even though
to look
that's a
down.
form of respect, but at the same time, what about the trust that is gone?
Yeah, well, I guess we all need to work on that. It's a personal or an individual thing
Mm.
for us to do. Culturally, it is there. I'm not sure that can be changed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dari, for your contribution. I really, really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your
Awesome,
Sunday.
man.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Right. So that was Dario from Nigeria, and honestly, you know, everything they said is just real, out of respect, you know, because when some part of Africa, when an elderly person is, you know, talking, or when you want to express yourself to an elderly person, you like, no, what do you know, what do you know about life, what do you know about this, what experience have you got, or what do you even have to say? People just get shut down like kilo more, you know, and you can't be talking when an elderly person is talking. So who is listening? Are we actually listening? So this is why we have to take a deep step, you know, and then reflect on our actions. What impact, you know, from not listening, what is it causing, what is it causing us? In fact, it's that it has caused some people their relationships, you know, their jobs, you know, their marriages, their friendships, you know, it has caused a lot of people just the act of not listening. Because, you know, when you show that you don't care, somebody's talking to you on your phone. Okay, for example, we've gone out for family dinner, we are in a restaurant, you cannot even sit and eat and, you know, have a proper chat. You're there on your phone all through the time. This is supposed to be a family time together, and you're on the phone. This person is on the phone, and the wife is trying to look at you and say to you, like, this is the time for us to catch up. Maybe this is a very busy family that the only time they have together is that, you know, little time. You're on your phone. Boy, I can hear you. Just keep saying what you're saying. You know, everybody is doing their thing. So this week, I just want to remind us that listening is a skill that we need to improve on, and we must learn to accommodate each other, not judging. Let people talk. Don't assume, you know, because you don't know what they want to say. So this week, I want you to ask yourself, who, when did they, when was the last time that you were ignored? Why do you feel you were ignored? I want you to examine yourself. When was the last time you felt ignored? Who ignored you when you were, you know, trying to say something, or when you were trying to explain something? So also, I want you to use this week to challenge yourself to listen and don't interrupt. This week, I want you to challenge yourself, only listen and don't interrupt. Listen, don't interrupt. Ask one thoughtful question. Give somebody your attention, your full attention. I don't mean half attention. Give somebody your full attention this week. Don't interrupt. Because listening, like a lot of comments that I read there, it's love. Listening is love. Listening is love, and it's respect in action. When you listen, you respect people. That's a form of respect. People may forget what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. People will forget what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. So when you listen to people, they know that anytime they want to talk to, you know, for example, Mrs. Pham is always there to listen. She will not judge, I will not label, and, you know, I will just listen and make you feel like you're talking to somebody who has you, you know, in their heart, because listening is love. And that brings us to the end of today's show, Real Talk with Mrs. Pham, where we talk about real life issues. You know, we talk about experiences, we get expertise to share their knowledge. You know, we get people text, you know, leave their voice note, ring us, like you've all seen. Thank you so much for being part of this community. Remain blessed. Always tune in Sunday 2 to 3 p.m. on Kosoro Evergreen on Real Talk with Mrs. Pham. Till I see you again next Sunday, remain blessed and God bless you. Bye for now.